Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at a piece of the DraftSeal DSPF109T12. This is a piece of, well, they call it flex vinyl. Forgive me, vinyl is what I was looking for. It's a piece of tan vinyl that is a curved-in piece of weather stripping. It will fit into a kerf here. Okay. It has this flap over V feature to it. Requires a kerf that's 5/64 wide. Pardon me. Wide, yes indeed. And then 9/32 deep. It's going to have about a 1/4 inch dimension when it's uncompressed. Let's get the tape measure and check that. Now the problem with this piece is that it's 12 foot long. It's going to be brutal to ship this. Very occasionally the factory will entertain requests to cut it prior to shipping, of which there's always a charge for doing that. This client happened to, the factory agreed to take 4 12-foot pieces and cut them down to 3 4-foot pieces each. And the client, while they paid the cut charge, they did get what they needed to get the installation solved. 15/64 they say. You're never going to be able to see that. Let's try this. That's not going to work. Let's try the caliper. Yeah, I would say we're going to be 0.215. And in fact, that's probably exactly 15/64. It's 0.215. They give us a width of 25/64 of an inch. So I'm going to say somewhere in the 3/8 range. Overall width, about 3/8. Okay. And you're going to install this down into a kerf in generally a wood frame. You can see it for doors, obviously for windows. Steel frames can come with a kerf as well. I don't really ever see a piece like this installed in that area. But this will give you ability to really seal out very well. Lots of surface area naturally, with the door making contact right to the face of that V. It is tan in color. Its only downside really is that it is vinyl. Vinyl will degrade, does degrade, with exposure to ultraviolet. Obviously your door being closed the majority of the time probably isn't going to take too much direct contact from ultraviolet light. There's a link below this video to a document called Cut Sheet. That's handy because it will allow you to review basically everything we've already gone over, but be mindful of where they want that kerf to be placed. And that drawing is, like they say, it's not to scale. And let's take a closer look at it. There's not a lot of distance from the edge to the kerf at all, if you follow my meaning. So I would be positioning from the edge of the frame down to where that kerf is going to be. Not very much distance. You know, it's going to be maybe 1/8 of an inch. Probably going to obviously leave yourself a little bit of room between the rabbet and where that kerf is going to come into play. You're definitely going to need to prepare the kerf carefully. And what I mean by that is you're going to need to have some dimension there in order for that material to sit into nice and neatly, obviously. For it to sit down in there properly. But it will mount on the stop face of all that. The other question really becomes is how much room do you leave between the face of the stop and the face of the door? The point of the matter is when you compress this down, I mean, it's going to compress down very small. I would make no special accommodation really at all, but maybe a 30th 30 thousandths of an inch, a 32nd is what I'm trying to say. It wouldn't really make a special accommodation because the material will compress substantially. You don't really want it to compress all the way. You just want it to compress. You want it to make contact, good solid contact. There is also a link below this video to a document called Product Information that will allow you to review other kerf weather stripping, of which the vinyl flex is part and parcel. Forgive me. There's finally a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the DraftSeal products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. DraftSeal is run by people who genuinely want to help and do a good job at things of that nature. Good people that are definitely interested to make the process of supplying weather stripping as smooth as possible. If you have any questions on the DraftSeal DSPF109T12, and it's a 12-foot piece, it's costly to ship because of the length, and you are certainly not going to buy one 12-foot piece. You know, if you needed 500 12-foot pieces, the freight's all of a sudden not that big of a deal. Do reach out to us if we want to explore cutting it down, but be mindful that you're going to be dealing with a measurable cost in order to get the factory to trim that down in length. A lot of the DraftSeal stuff that's sold is not available in reasonable lengths sometimes, and that's just the way that DraftSeal runs it. Any questions on the DraftSeal DSPF109T12 Kerf style weather stripping or any other DraftSeal product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.